Stop, because you're a little out of taste, as I want it. Oh, right, shit. Quickly before I start the video, if you guys haven't already, click the link in the description to Games Planet, where Hearts of Iron 4 is now 70% off, which is a great deal. You'll get a Steam key. It's a completely trusted site. It's not G2A. Screw those guys. Please don't sue me, G2A. Anyway, there's discounts on pretty much any game from Thrones of Britannia to Warhammer End Times, Vermintide 2, which are brilliant games, but I'm really sorry if you guys get annoyed by that stuff. I've got to get the money to buy those 75p packs of sausage rolls from the co-op somehow, because I love those things. Welcome back to another Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord developer blog. This is talking about Bannerlord's deep economic system, and at the end we're going to be talking about E3 and Gamescom and when we're next going to be seeing some big news from Terrawoods and these guys. First, let's get straight into it. Of course, they want to let the player make sure they can make money from different places, not just raiding towns or pillaging, but maybe even more legal places, and having a whole economic system surrounding their game. They have productive enterprises, which are businesses that players can set up in their own towns or even other towns as well. These are things like setting up breweries or bakeries of this such in order to make a steady income, so then you can take that and you can go on to raise your army or even do different things with it, whatever you want to do. You can buy raw materials off villagers and then producing them into crafted products to sell for merchants, which you can make a hefty profit off if you can make a big enough economy around it. And there are a number of different productive enterprises in Bannerlord, and these are some of them. A brewery, of course, you can produce a beer from grain, butchers, which produces meat from livestock, linen weavers, which produces linen from flax, mill produces flour from grain, olive press produces oil from olives, pottery, which produces pottery from clay, smithy produces weapons from armors and irons, stables produces horses from, oh, it says here, horses. Maybe you just breed them with yourself. Just the right height, no bucket required. Tanneries, which produce leather armor from hides. Weaveries produces cloth and clothes from wool. Wood workshop, which produces weapons and shields from wood, as you might expect. Of course, we had something similar in Warband, like making a brewery, for example. It was more of a virtual thing. Well, it's a game, so pretty much everything's virtual, but you get my point. In Bannerlord, everything you build is actually a physical structure in your town, which you can walk into, you can walk around the town, and you can see these there. You can interact with them and expand upon them. You can walk around and find the best place for each of your businesses with rentable buildings around, so you can be like, that's in a nice place. Maybe you want all your businesses around the same area or spread them across a town, and you can rent different buildings to put them in there, and I think that's pretty damn cool. But not only can you, as the player, set up businesses in town, but they made it so AI lords can create their own economy as well. We did hear a little bit about this in single player news in the past, but yeah, you're going to be fighting with businesses, and there'll always be rival people to keep the competition sweet. But make sure you're a smart businessman, because it can be the difference between letting you thrive off the back of someone else or be dragged down under a more successful business across the road. Now, we're not sure if 100% of your buildings are enterable, but it does seem to imply that they have designed the interiors of all the businesses and rentable places in towns, which all correspond to different regions and cultures and styles. You can see this in the thumbnail that I put up, or you can see that in some of these screenshots that you'll be on screen right now. Now, that's of course just a quick summary of everything they put in the developer blog. If you want the full thing in the full detail, there's always a link in the description, but this is onto the E3 stuff. Now, of course, E3 and Gamescom is a big thing for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, where they show more gameplay. Everyone's hyped for it. But they're not going to be there. Yes, it is confirmed that Bannerlord and Terrawoods will not be at E3 this year, but they will be at Gamescom. And yeah, some of you might be in the Bannerlord Steam group, and I'd just be a bit wary of that, because they confirmed that they would be at E3. And I left that, and I saw that, and I was like, should I make a video? And I was like, no. I left that one for a proper Terrawoods confirmation for a reason. I think I've learned my lesson about jumping to conclusions and making videos straight off the bat, so please, unless it's a genuine Terrawoods confirmation, please don't listen to these third-party sources. Not even me, unless I give you proof like I'm showing you on the screen now, and you can see in the dev block if you click the link in the description. Now, they did mention because of costs and organisation and things, and I think because E3 is such a big event, it's going to cost such a lot of money to actually get there, get even a spot to show your stuff on, because the amount of games that are there, and even then it sort of gets drowned out. I felt last year Terrawoods got a bit cut off and ignored, which honestly, they've got such a great game coming on the horizon. I feel like they really should have a bigger spot, and E3 isn't really the place for that since there's so much stuff going on there. But they have said they will be at Gamescom, which is great. but unfortunately that is in August, so we do have to wait until then before we get any more gameplay or big news, but I suspect we might get something quite exciting at Gamescom this year, if you guys can hold out until August. But that's it for this week's developer blog for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit a like on that button and share it if you want to spread the love. Come and join my Discord, we have a good banter, we have good fun, and we play quizzes sometimes. We really need to get back into that actually. My mod's getting a bit annoyed at me that I never do quizzes anymore, but we'll start doing that again every Sunday at 9 o'clock UK time. But thank you guys for watching, and until then, I will see you in the next one.